Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nancy, and I have not updated y'all in regards to what's going on with this conversion from chemicalized lawn times 20 years to gardens. So I just wanted to update y'all. I abandoned my initial plan, which was gonna put charcoal all over the soil, but it's about a half acre and it really was daunting to me, and so I just had to start small and work each kind of area. So slowly but surely, it's happening. Yeah, those are my rock roses, and I got some garlic here growing. In fact, I saw my first garlic scape today, so that's pretty good for the beginning of June. A ginormous dock. It's just so pretty. I just have not pulled it out. I have a lot of these little pots around that I kind of call invitation pots, and whatever shows up in them, I'm happy to see it. So that's happening. And this is that very first bed that I planted when we first arrived, and I used old stepping stone blocks and things that I just found around the property to put it together, and it's really doing fantastically. I've got so much of the oregano here, and we've got a lot of thyme tucked in here between the oregano and of course, some beautiful lavender. Yes, so we'll be harvesting that and making hydrosol soon. Got a little tiny lemon verbena starting. Well, it's overwintered from last year, so it's popping back up. And I've got another one down there too, so hopefully those will do fine. Somebody brought by some of these strawberry bushes, so I plopped them in here. And there's a few herbs there that a couple of pineapple sage and just a regular garden sage there that's kind of in the middle, and then another thyme is down that way as well. You'll see also here we have lots of great rhubarb that we've been eating. There's some strawberries mixed in here, and lots of clover. I was trying to improve the soil a bit. So those are all really doing well. A little mint here growing. I'm going to establish a whole mint area right there. This is a sort of challenging little bed that hasn't really done very well. I've got some carrots that are doing pretty well, but most of the greens haven't done well. We had some good kale from here actually last year, but this year things are a little iffy. Got a little cilantro, a little parsley over here from last year in that corner. So yeah, and then we do have a little bit of asparagus that I planted last year. I can't spot it right now, but little wisps of it came up this year. But then I just planted some more asparagus here, so you can see the asparagus fern is in its glory here. Yeah, and there's a little one down there. Yeah, so hopefully next year or two we'll be able to have some asparagus. That's my leaning tower of potatoes. I thought I'd try a potato tower this year. And we have a little chickadee that's living there, so we're sort of not really doing much with it other than maybe watering it a little bit and occasionally putting a little more straw in it, but the little chickadee's a little feisty about us getting too close. Yeah, I dug up my arch and then put it in some planter boxes. I've been building these planter boxes, and we've got a little sunflower here and some grapes. Same thing over here, and then my peas are over there. You can see I'm using all sorts of different containers for things. Yeah, so I'm just there's a little apple tree in a cage over there. Yeah, so lots of things I'm trying. Yeah, these are some tomatoes and some squash I'm getting ready to plant. These tomatoes went into the ground a little too early. I always have problems with timing here in the Pacific Northwest, being a Californian, but they're going to perk up here as the weather gets warmer. I'm not so great at growing vegetables, it turns out. I haven't grown vegetables much for the last 20-something years, so got a little lettuce here, got some more carrots, got some more garlic and stray potato from last year. Tucked a few greens in there too. The most ginormous slugs love to hang out in this bed, so I get up early in the morning and go toss them away. We got some more potatoes here, and elecampane, which is a great herb, and some hops. And over here we have some golden seal, which would like a little bit more shade, but the hops and the beans that I planted over here are growing a little more slowly than I thought they would. So the golden seal's not too happy without more shade, but there you have it. I did get a couple of berries happening over here on my golden seal. There's one there, and there's one on that one, I think. So they're doing okay. This is year 2, really, so and you'll see I again used various ways of putting in beds because our sewer hill is here. I didn't want to put any permanent structure right here. This third of our sewage tank thing is actually inactive because they built one for a larger house and only use 2/3 of it, so yeah, so that's okay. Yeah, and some beans here. Got a pear tree. This is a coming attraction. Haven't quite finished working on this part yet, and as is this. So some of it's still in the happening stage. Let's see. Let me orient us again. So yeah, and pretty soon I'm going to have a archway here at a little arbor at the corner of our deck here, and it'll lead out to, a 3-way path up the hill, out to the hugel, and then over to the right where the greenhouse is. These are some new boxes I just built for my squash plants to go into, so that'll be happening this week, probably tomorrow. Here's that mound that I planted. I did a little video about this mound one of my last videos, I think. It's doing really well. We've got some, some chamomile down here, some horehound here. Oh no, not got a massive burdock, which is being challenged by the massive valerian. So those two are duking it out. I've got some violets down there and beautiful fennel, and I think these are solidago plants coming up, and then there's a little tiny St. John's wort that I found amongst some of my plants that I moved over from my old. So yeah, so that's all happening. This bed has got some blue vervain and some marshmallow and some wild nettles, so that's all nice. Yep. So again, some calendula. Yep. Blue vervain and the marshmallow. Yep. And then this is a little problem bed. I planted a couple of gentians in the back, but they're kind of struggling. It's just this weather. It's been really cold and wet this spring. But I planted a poppy, a little problematic sage plant that I moved from another bed. A little bit of A little bit of mint, a little bit of calendula, some beautiful plantain just popping up, just wild. This is another crazy bed. This one's got a little bit of everything in it. It's got and really I'm just trying things to see where they're going to work. It's got plantain, it's got some pole beans, it's got an echinacea growing, lots and lots of chickweed, which I've been harvesting, and a little bit of plantain, and of course our friend nettles. Yeah, and this one is agrimony. It's doing well. I think there's a little, I think I planted a little mullein back there too, so that's there. Again, trying everything out to see what sticks. And these are beds that I made, basically they're hugels, using scrap downed branches and wood chips and and garden dirt. So yeah, there's some chives there and motherwort. Yep, and there's another valerian, which is doing quite well. Let's see if I can make this one again. And then some of the Nootka roses here that I'm gonna finish putting right there. We've got the greenhouse with some dill and more spearmint. And on this side we've got some sweet Annie and some parsley. I'm trying to decide if I want to put the white sage there or not. And then just some trees that I'm going to eventually put in. And these service berries and elderberry and things that are getting moved around. Another ginormous elecampane. I have 3 of those, so that's pretty cool. And I've got a little citrus tree over here. Another elder in a bag. Oops. And then, some more trees. And then, an olive tree, which I got by mistake. Greenhouse sort of in a sad state right now, but because I moved out all the other seedlings besides the squash seedlings, but we certainly have a lot of those. So I'm looking forward to lots of winter squash. And then I got a couple peppers and tomatoes that I'm trying in the greenhouse this year because I really want to get some hot peppers, and it's really hard in the Pacific Northwest. So, the one thing I should have done is got my fork, because I don't know if you guys remember the fork. When I threw my garden fork into the ground, it would bounce out. It couldn't penetrate the soil. It was so compacted. Now anywhere it will actually go in easily. And this hugel is doing really well. This is the first hugel I built, and you can see it's just like crazy. Lots of lemon balm. My 2 redwoods are, finding their footing. Of course, we have a great crop of mushrooms because we have lots of wood chips in this hugel. I got a little filipendula that the deer like to chew on, which is fine. I'll share as long as they leave me a little. I saw the mom and 2 little tiny fawns today. It was very wonderful. The bees are really digging on this comfrey. There's one right there. Yeah, I'm tempted to cut it back, but there's so many flowers and the bees are just, again, loving it. So I might cut it back here soon, but I just like having my bee friends happy. Yep, there's the other one. Yep. I know you don't like being photographed, sorry. Cimicifuga popped up. I thought it was all gone, but it popped up. Planted it 2 years ago. Here it is. So got some foxglove and just a whole bunch of stuff. There's some Solomon seal I just got the other day. I'm trying a little lily of the valley here too. This is true lily of the valley. So lots of stuff, and you know, we're not all there, but it's looking okay. You know, we'll get there. Decided a slow approach is best. I'm going to take down one of these trees because that tree is a little bit iffy. Its roots are so exposed because the soil sank so much with the last guy doing his chemical gardening here, that it's just a little more precarious, and it's fairly close to the house. So I think that's the one we're going to take down and have for our firewood this year. So anyhow, that's pretty much what's happening. I feel like the reclamation's going well. I'm growing things. Got to get a little more astute at growing veggies, but the herbs are doing great, as you can see. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way it's going. I'm the only one doing all the work, so it's going a little more slowly than I would like, but you know, got a great local source for these, for the cedar boxes, well, the cedar boards for the boxes. They're locally milled, harvested and milled, so here on the island, so I'm very happy about that. I'll fill those up with the squashes, and this will be our next hugel that we're working on. After that, we'll probably I'm thinking of doing another row of boxes, kind of across from these guys. Oops, let's see if I can across from these guys, so that maybe we can have a little covered walkway right here with the hops or beans. I do have more hops to plant, so that's also in the works. So anyhow, that's 17 minutes of discussion. Anyhow, thanks for being interested. Take care. Bye.